Hey friends, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Paul, and this is trying to go over things that I am curious about and things that I'm to I like to share. So in today's video, I wanted to discuss something that I kind of see happening in the future and what to do about it. So the idea here is not to specialize too early. We are living in a world full of specialists. We are no longer in the generalist age, and I think things are going to be going back to, well, not going back to, I think specialists are still going to be very useful. But I think the people who are going to have the most value are the generalists, the people who, except not generalists in the sense of knowing a little bit about a lot, but more people who know a lot about a lot, okay, instead of just a lot about a little bit. If you can connect different industries together, I think you're going to be one of the most valuable people. Meaning, if you can see the same things across different industries, I think you're going to be one of the most valuable people. And here's kind of my thought process in what I'm going to be doing. I do not plan to specialize over the next decade or so. I just want to taste as much as I can in my 20s, because 30s is still young. 40s is honestly, career-wise, you're kind of just getting started really in your 40s. 50s is money-making years, etc. So for me, I'm having the idea of, okay, most people, they get their degree and they graduate and they're like, okay, well, I guess this is something what I'm going to do. And then sometimes they, get offered a job that's has nothing to do with their degree, and then they just go do that job. And then it's like, okay, I'm educated, I got my college degree, and then that's pretty much the end of it. I think things are going to be moving so fast paced that I don't want to specialize too early. I want to taste, and taste some more. Because frankly, I don't care if it's even a degree and then a master's and a PhD. Well, if you only know one field, I even hate to say this, you're educated, but you're also uneducated. And this is the danger about being so educated within one field so early, is that you tend to be, not that you necessarily are, but that you tend to be ignorant of other fields, because what came natural to you, you went towards too quickly. And here's one of the illustrations that I can think of with this. It's the people who are good at whether it be singing or playing sports. That's what they're good at, right? So that's what they gravitate towards. They tend to not do the other stuff, right? So then they have their 10, 20 years, whatever the normal run is. And then they get in the real world and they're like, wait, hold up. I'm 30 years old now. I'm 40 years old now. I really don't know a whole lot about how the world works. I had people around me doing a lot of stuff, but I really don't know how the world works. I was really good at this one thing, but I don't know all these other things, right? And so for me, that's actually the complete opposite. I would actually rather not get noticed early. Like I hope, well, yeah, I'd rather not get noticed early and get noticed later, because I feel like if you get noticed early for the things that you're good at, you can almost deceive yourself in your long-term picture, like in your long-term vision, if your long-term vision is to be something more than just what you're good at now. Like I know for myself, I know there are numerous things that I can do now and that I can make my career, but there are numerous other aspects that I want to add. I said this in a previous video before. I kind of see my mind like a sculpture that I'm building, or like a person that I'm building. Like there's so many different things that I want to add to it. And if I focused on one thing too early, too soon, it would be leaving out 95% of the sculpture, 95% of the picture that I have for, who I want to be in the future. So, I wanted to share these thoughts. Don't specialize too early. Taste as much as you can. The world is going to be changing like crazy. And if you don't taste a lot, if you're not aware of the different things that are going on in the different industries, you are going to be very, very susceptible to having pretty much a cloak over your eyes, because you don't know what's going on. So you're going to have to trust the experts, right? And this is one of the biggest problems that I see, is that I'm like, dude, if people could just look and pay attention to what each of the experts in each of the fields are saying, and then look at what their weaknesses are, what their strong points are, and then maybe even do some connections between the two or call it out. I think there's a big opportunity for people who are willing to put in that work. I think there's a really big opportunity. So yeah, wanted to throw out these couple of thoughts here. Not to specialize too early. Learn a lot about a lot. Don't learn a little about a lot. I mean, the more that I learn, the more that it just shows me. I'm like, dude, I barely know anything. But the point is, just got to keep going. Just got to keep going. I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, man, it would be pretty cool. 4 years in college, I'll have read, just about 600 books. And that's a pretty cool thing to think about, but it's also cool to think about this is just a start, this is just a start to building something. And I was talking to someone the other day, just talking about the foundation that I feel like I'm building. And there's nothing on the top right now. There's nothing on the top, but I'm trying to go deep, 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 because I know what I'm trying to build. I know kind of what it's going to take and who I'm trying to become. So I'm going to need that foundation to be wide and deep. And so this is just my process for going about it. So I wanted to throw these thoughts out there. Maybe you respond, maybe you don't respond. Maybe you think my points are valid, maybe you don't. Either way, I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one.